interest so that we'll want to read more and more and more to see what happens. So then let's see, Kat, it would be let's start where it says Smita is shaking her head.
Smita is shaking her head. It is difficult to believe that there are people who can be so clear to children, she said. Then Smita pushed play on the DVD
player. Now, excuse me, let me interrupt right here. What we have here is in this story we have the author flashes back and then puts us back in the present. Remember, the present is that Ram is a young man who's been on the quiz show. And then Smita, who is the lawyer, is talking to him, and he starts telling her about his story when he was a little boy. But now we flash back to the present with Smita again. So it's like in a movie when you move back and forth between the present and the past, flashbacks. Okay, so you can continue there with Prem Kumar.
Tomorrow.
Go ahead. Some more. No.
Prem Kumar looked at the camera. We now have the 2,000 look-years vision. He said. He looked at me. Are you ready? Ready, I replied. Which chord did the blind singer play to? A. Ram. B. Krishna. C. Shiva. Or D. Ram. The music began. B. Krishna, I said. Are you absolutely sure? He said. Yes, I said. There was the sound of Ram. The correct answer lit up on the screen. Absolutely correct, said Prem Kumar. You have won 2,000 rupees. Prem Kumar smiled. I did not.
Okay, now, remember when Smita, the lawyer, asked him, he said, okay, did you really cheat on this quiz show? He said, no, I was lucky. And she said, well, what do you mean? You can't guess the answers. He said, no, I was lucky because of the questions that were asked. And so far, he's had to answer 2 questions. Both of them came from experiences that he had, you see. He was lucky that the questions were about a topic that he knew about from his previous experience. That was the way in which he was lucky. Okay, so let's see. Toy, you can start at the top of, for chapter 4, Tragedy Queen.
For 3 years, I worked in Nilima Damari's flat in Shunhu. It all began after Slim and I got off the train. We walked up to her flat and rang the doorbell. After a time, the door opened. A tall, beautiful lady stood in front of us. Who are you? She asked. We are friends of Rachel. I replied. He told us where you live and said that you needed a servant. We have come for the job. We need food and a place to stay. And we promised to do anything you ask. I don't need 2 servants, he said. Which one of you had the idea of coming to me for the job? Slim pointed at me. He said. So I got the job. Nilima Damari's flat had 5 bedrooms. Nilima's bedroom was the biggest and had a very large bed. It also had a big TV, a DVD player, and video recorder, and a cupboard full of film magazines. Each magazine and it had Nilima's picture on the front of it. She was one of the most famous actresses in India. Nilima's mother lived with her. She was nearly 80 years old. There was a lady who came to cook the evening meal, and a girl who came to do the washing. I did everything else. I cleaned the house, made tea, and went shopping. But Nilima's mother was never happy with anything that I did. Nilima wanted me to come and live in the flat. There were 3 empty bedrooms, but her mother did not want me there. So I lived in a show in
Ghatkopar.
And came to the flat. Every day, Slim lived with me in the same room.
Okay, very good. So what happened here? Let's review what's happened so far. Yeah, they escaped from Maman. We're glad about that. And Ram remembered about Redhe telling him about the retired actress, so they go to her house. He is employed, but Salim is not. So he has taken Salim, who's, remember, Salim is 3 years younger than Ram. Ram was 11 at the time they escaped, and Salim was only 8. So Ram has found a shawl. Now, I don't know what that means in India, but probably like a very small shack or shed, you know, that they would live in. How would you say that in Thai? Not really a house, but just a room, maybe, that would be very small and very poor. And he has taken Salim in. So he's taking care of Salim. Again, what we see here is an act of kindness, both by Ram, who's taking care of Salim, and also by Nilima, the retired actress, who has decided to give Ram employment. So we're seeing examples of kindness, compassion, and we have seen examples of cruelty, of evil. At the beginning of this chapter, it says, for 3 years I worked in Nilima Kumari's flat. So he works there from age 11 to what, age 14. So at the top of page 27, can you continue?
Nilima talked to me about filming. One day she took me to her bedroom. I opened her laptop. It was full of video cassettes. It's a cassette of all my films. She told me there are 114. She pointed to the first shelf. These are some of my earliest films. They are mostly comedies. The more serious films are on the next 2 shelves.
Excuse me, do you know what earliest means?
Earlier.
Earliest?
Earlier.
Remember,
Maybe the first film.
The start of the first film.
adjectives in English, they have Early means before. Earlier means one comes before the other. And then earliest means the very earliest, before all the others, before all the others. So all adjectives have the adjective, and in this we call this the comparative form, because we're comparing one to another. And then we call this the superlative form, which means that it is the most. In this case, this would be the most early of all of them. So when she says, these are my earliest films, these would have been the films at the very beginning of her career as an actress.
Really beginning, really old.
Yeah, very old. Okay. So, and then so we start, go ahead and continue where we say, then she pointed to the last portion. Tragedies.
Tragedy. And it was called the Tragedy Queen. This is my favorite film which she points to the process. Is Maryknoll. I play the role of the emperor's wife. What is your greatest role? I asked. She smiled, said